Yeah, so a lot of the questions that we get on the tour, and we encourage people to take pictures all the time. And one of the biggest things that we see is people taking pictures of the windows and stuff. And they're like, oh, check out this orb, check out this orb. We get one of the biggest things that we get is people showing us orb pictures. So, Jeff, kind of set the record straight. What what do we think that a typical orb looks like? What are the attributes that you would say that a paranormal orb would have, as opposed to a bug, a speck of dust, or moisture?
Sure, yeah. Now there's a lot of anomalies with the camera. A lot of anomalies that are picked up on cameras. And one of the hardest things is when somebody has their mind made up that they caught a picture of a ghost and you're trying to tell them what it could be. And they don't want to accept that because these things, they do look paranormal. It might look like there's a big orb floating in your doorway and they'll be like, look at the size of that orb. Well, the thing is, these orbs that appear big and appear to be in the doorway, oftentimes they're not actually in front of the doorway. They're very, very close to the camera lens. They're a small particle of dust. Sometimes they're water particles that are in the air. The more regular round ones are the water particles. The ones that are kind of irregular are often dust. The ones that seem to be in movement are often insects. And sometimes they'll even light up. The insects will light up, the dust will light up. And that's because of the camera. It actually whitewashes, just like if you take a picture of somebody's face and the lens is too close to it, it'll whitewash the person's face. It whitewashes these insects or these particles of dust and reflects off it. Now they'll say, well, this camera right here is an IR camera, and I still got this light. I still got this orb. It's because the IR camera, a lot of people don't even realize that just because it's a night vision camera, it's still putting off a flash of light when it takes that picture. It's just IR light. It's not on the visible spectrum. So we can't see it, but if there's an object there, it will still reflect off that object and be captured by the infrared lens. Now, the paranormal orbs, I do believe there are paranormal orbs. Not all of them are dust and insects and water molecules. Uh, the paranormal ones are ones that you can see with the naked eye. You don't need a camera. They're there, and then you pick up your camera and you take a picture. They're the ones that are they're luminescent. They give off their own glow. These are the ones that are considered to be a little more paranormal. They're ones that can't really be explained by the natural elements that are in the air. And the iPhones, the way that phones are now, it's perfect to be able to make to be able to get pictures of orbs because of the size. The lens is so small and everything's so compact. The flash is right there next to the lens. So this is another thing that's attributing to so many people getting orbs with digital photography nowadays. It's not spread out like they used to be on the bigger, bulkier cameras back in the day.
Yeah, we notice whenever we're at locations and you start taking pictures, even videos, you'll see the bugs and the dust kind of fly by, and then of course it will pick it up. Another thing too that I've noticed, especially recently with the newer cameras, when you're doing a video recording and you hold it up to like a street light or something, you'll see like a green or blue like dot that'll kind of move around with the light. And like we had one lady that was like, "Man, this thing followed us everywhere we went." She filmed most of the tour, and there was a light that followed the thing, and it was a street light the whole time. But she was convinced that there was a spirit that followed us everywhere we went. Uh, but that's something that you have to look for, especially as technology advances. There's a lot more false positives that you can get as far as orbs go. Hey guys, thank you for watching this short clip from the Nightmare Narrative podcast. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to come and join us every Monday on the live stream at 8 p.m. Eastern Time as we talk about scary topics, paranormal subjects, and every other Monday, Jeff Santos comes on and we talk about our weekend events at VAPI. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you again in the next one. And remember, guys, sleep well.